Marketers use the same tactics as cults. I know some of you understand some of this, but I'm going to do a deep dive for you so you better understand the connection between these two phenomena. And this work is based on research from my latest book called Hoodwinked. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a former TV and advertising executive turned marketing critic. My name is Professor Einstein. The first tactic that cults use is to target the most vulnerable. Now, we see this across the spectrum, and political folks do this, and certainly marketers do this. But let's first look at what cults do. And like I said, they target the most vulnerable. So that's why college students, particularly college students that are just getting onto campus, are a particularly valuable target for cults. People haven't established their communities yet. They're still sort of floundering around. They may be away from home for the first time. So this is a key group of people that cults target. The other group that is particularly fertile ground for cults are people who are going through a major life change. You may be going through a divorce, or you may be bereaved. And if you talk to any therapist or anybody will tell you, you should not make any major decisions in your life for at least a year after these things happen. There's a reason for that. You're not thinking as clearly as you would before those events happen. What marketers do is they also look for your vulnerabilities, and in particular, they look for what are called your pain points. What are those things that are going to make you so uncomfortable that you are going to move in the direction of buying the product? One of the key places where we could look at this is you're not thin enough. The weight loss industry is a $70 billion a year industry. It has a 94% fail rate. But people try new diets year after year after year in hopes that this time it will be different. Why? Because they've hit a pain point. If I'm thinner, I'll have a job. If I'm thinner, I can find a partner. If I'm thinner, I will be happier. Here's another good one. If you don't go to college, the rest of your life is over. Now that's a bunch of hogwash, and I've done a whole number of posts about this. We have been sold a bill of goods by marketers. One, that you have to go to college, and two, that if you don't go to the very best college, then give it up at 18. And then you can get something really mundane, like if you're not driving the right car, and certainly people in LA feel this, then you're nobody. The issue of vulnerability is particularly operative when we're talking about the online space. That's because when we're scrolling, you may be tired, it's the end of the day, so you're just sort of scrolling through, right? So you're more open to seeing messages or just buying something. The other thing is too, is in social media, there is no natural stopping space. A book has an end, a movie has an end. There is no end to this, so you endlessly scroll. And as you do so, you become more tired, you pay attention less, and so you become more vulnerable and more open to these messages.